Okay, good to see everybody. Appreciate you guys being here. Tough game, hard-fought game. I really appreciate the way our guys played. I thought our guys played very hard and, for the most part, played very well. We came up a little short here and there in a couple spots, and we get ready for Cincinnati. So we got an opportunity to go win the division in the next 3 games, and that's what we're gonna put everything we've got into doing, and we're very confident in our ability to do that. All right, what questions do you have?
John, on that final the 2-point conversion, it's a similar situation from a couple of weeks ago. What went into the decision to go for 2 and go for 1?
Yeah, we're just going to try to get the win right there. You know, in overtime, I think our chances of winning right there were a little bit higher than in overtime, maybe, if you calculate it out. But felt good about it, thought we had a good play. And, you know, again, they made a really good play. I got to give that safety a lot of credit for getting out there and tipping that ball.
Was that the 2-point play, was it designed for a mark, or did Tyler have multiple options on the play? I mean,
It was designed for Mark with routes coming back. I thought he threw it. Hey, he made a good decision. He had a chance to get Mark, and I think the safety got out there and got a fingertip on it.
John, going forward, if you're like in this situation, because the things happen, are you still pretty, if you're in this situation, you're going for 2, even though what has happened in the past? Does anything in the past affect what you might do?
And it goes by situation to situation. Yeah, it's situation by situation. I think in those 2 situations you're going to talk about, if we want to go back and rehash the season, I'm happy to do it. To me, in both of those cases, that gave us the best chance to win. Because we didn't win doesn't make it, you know, not true. It's still true now, just as true as it was then, so it doesn't always work out.
Is there any scenario where you kick there?
Of course. There's a lot of scenarios we kick there.
John, how difficult, when you had all these issues at the end of the week with players not being able to play, how difficult was it to match up with Rodgers, with, guys that haven't played a whole lot during the season?
Big challenge. I mean, I just felt like our guys did a good job. There's a few things here and there, there's a few leverages we could have played a little better, where they made some plays. But he did a nice job. We took some certain things away from him, and it worked at times. And he had to hold the ball, and we got to him, especially at the end. And then other times, he went to the right guy, and then he made great throws, and they made great catches. So, but I thought our guys were competing. I'm proud of those guys, those DBs, the way they played. Everybody, Anthony Levine went out there and played a whole bunch of snaps on defense, did a heck of a job. I can name all those guys. They played well. Pat played really well again in the middle, and then of course Anthony, played well. So I'm proud of our guys, and we're on to the next game now.
John, players have all said Tyler Huntley's a starting caliber quarterback in this league. Your impression of how he played overall today?
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, you got to have 2 quarterbacks that can win for you. Tyler is playing that kind of football. He played really well. I thought today he took another step forward. I mean, just in terms of just handling himself, operating on time, in rhythm, taking off and running at the right time, accurate throws, all those things. He took a big step. I mean, there's a lot to be said for experience. Repetitions really makes a big difference, and he's a very quick learner.
John, how close do you feel Lamar was to even playing?
I don't have that measurement stick, so you have to talk to the trainer, because I don't really ask that question. It's just whether he's ready or not. It's a question I ask, and we'll anticipate him being back next week. But if he's not able to be fully ready, then we'll go with Tyler. So we'll be ready to go either way.
Hey, John, there'll be much conversation about the decision to go for 2, which you've explained. On the opening possession, you went for a touchdown as opposed to kicking. Are these numbers given to you, and how much of that do you then put your gut into what needs to be done?
It's mostly gut. The numbers are the numbers, but the numbers aren't perfect. I mean, I can tell you this: I've shot a lot of holes in the numbers, and with the numbers guys, and the numbers are never going to be perfect. They don't take everything into account, so you just make a decision. The numbers are part of it, but the numbers aren't the main decision.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thanks.